The figure opposite shows a ray of light as it travels from medium A. So this is your medium A given over here. So this is medium A. So light is traveling from medium A to medium B, right? So it is starting from medium A and moving for medium B. Refractive index of the medium B relative to medium A is. Now students, as you are aware of that mu is basically mu is now in this case refractive index will be from medium B to A. So we can say mu BA is equal to sine I, that is your angle of incidence, divided by sine R. When we say sine R, it means uh, refractive angle of refraction. So sine I is given here. If you see sine I, here we find this is normal as usual. We find this is normal. So if this is normal, so any angle with incidence ray, that is this angle, this is sine I, and this is making a sine R is equal to 45, right? So we can put the value sine I is equal to, that is sine 60, sine 60 divided by sine 45 as we find the angles. Now if you see these values of sine I and sine R, as we have to put these values now, sine 60 is equal to sine 60, when you calculate it comes out to be, when you see the table, this is root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2, so we just put it in the bracket, and sine 45 is equal to 1 by root 2. Okay, so now when you do it, it comes out to be root 3 by 2 into, so you have to take the value upside down, so it comes out to be root 2 over 1. Now when you further solve this part, so as you are aware of, in place of 2 we can write always root 3 is equal divided by root 2 into root 2, so that is equal to 2 here, this part, right, into root 2 by 1. So this cancels out, so answer is now root 3 by root 2. So let us examine this option there in the answers. So we find A is the correct option. So we will go with answer A, that is refractive index of the medium B relative to medium A would be root 3 by root 2. Pause this video, note down the complete answer for your reference, and in case still some find, you can replay this video to have uh, full understanding. We move for our next question. Now in this question, light ray enters from medium A, so this is medium A, to medium B as shown. So it is represented with the help of these arrows. So from medium A it is moving towards medium B, and as we find, this is of course normal. This is normal, so you can always have this normal here, right? Now what happens that when it is so it is making this angle of incidence, this is called I. So this is angle I, and this is angle R. So as we find that when it moves from this medium to the other medium, it is going to bend towards the uh, normal. So this is something very important. So when a ray of light is after diffraction, it bends towards normal. It means medium A is rarer and medium B is denser. This point we must make it it's very important to note that this is what is important, that this ray of light is going like this, it's going this way. But what happens when it enters medium B, in place of going straight, it is entering now, it is moving towards the normal, bending towards the normal as we call it. So here it is bending towards the normal, this blue color light. So whenever it takes place, always you find that the value of refractive index would be greater than 1. Just to make you understand, we'll just go through this example also. For example, refractive index of water is 1.333. It means when it enters water, it is bending towards water, or towards not water, correction, normal. Similarly, a refractive index of 1.5 will slow down light and bend it towards the normal. So whenever ray of light is entering from rarer to a denser medium, this medium is rarer, as we find, rarer medium, and it is entering into this medium which is denser. So this is a denser medium. So whenever it is moving like this, always it is going to bend towards the normal, and of course the refractive index would be more than 1. So the correct option which we go with here in this is, it is greater than unity. So A is the right option. Just quickly we go through the definition also, refractive index. Now what is refractive index? Refractive index, or index of refraction of a material, is a dimensionless number. Remember one thing, there is no unit. This number is dimensionless. This is something very important. We cannot have any unit. That describes how light propagates through that medium. So you will note down the definition of refractive index also, and remember it does not have any unit. It is a unitless or dimensionless entity. We note down. After this we move to our next question. So next question is question number 6. Beams of light are incident through the holes A and B. So holes are shown over here, A and B, and emerge out of box through the holes C and D. So here we find they are emerging, entering from A and coming out from C and D respectively. A is moving out from C and like this. So it's here like this. Similarly, like this, emerging out, and then similarly here we find from B to D like this, and from B to D again. So this is the right. So now question is, which of the following could be inside the box? So now what makes this these rays bend? So it means there has to be the 4 options given are a rectangular glass slab. Now if we consider it as there's a rectangular glass slab inside, then we find that rays of light, when they enter from rarer medium, that is air outside, into this denser medium. When I say denser medium, it means glass. So they will bend towards the normal. So let's draw a normal over here. Okay, we'll draw a normal from here, and this ray itself working as a normal also. So this is a normal. So this ray here is making an angle of 90 degree with the normal, as we find. This is making angle of 90 degree, right? Here it is 90 degree. But once it enters the glass, it is moving towards normal. So it is moving towards the normal. So here it is, we find that a ray of light which is coming parallel to 90 degree or normal is bending towards normal like this. So here it is. And subsequently, when the same ray of light is moving out from rectangular glass slab to air once again, so again it is going to have same refractive index as we find in the first case. So what happens? This angle which is there, let us say this angle, it is again going to change into 90 degree, because here it is moving from air to, let's say, see the medium. So here medium is here, very simple, and here also the medium is inside the medium. This medium is glass, as we find. So from air it is moving to glass, and from glass again it is moving out to air. So from air to, let's say, we write it here to make it clear, glass, and then again moving out to air. So if you see here, these two rays got to be parallel after refraction. So moving out to air once again. And when you find here these two, they are making almost, these two are as shown over here also, it's a parallel. So inside it has to be a rectangular glass slab. So correct option which we will go for this is rectangular glass slab. A convex lens is doing what? If we take a convex lens here, it is going to converge these rays, as you are aware of. So, right? Similarly, concave lens will have divergence, as we find. A prism is going to split light into 7 parts. So all other options are not possible. So the correct option is A, that is rectangular glass slab. So in the explanation we can say emergent rays are parallel to the direction of the incident ray. Therefore, a rectangular glass slab could be inside the box, as the extent of bending of light ray at the opposite parallel faces of the glass slab are equal and opposite. So this is why the ray emerges parallel to the incident ray. If you say that these rays, they are, if we take it extended like this, we find they are just parallel here. So that is for the here if we say, so if you see this, if we extend this, so they are parallel. So these two are almost, we find it they're just parallel. So you may note down this answer carefully. With this we finish this assignment. Thanks for your stay.